It's time now for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Tuesday morning, May 24th, 2016. Good morning to you all on this lovely Tuesday morning, May 24th, 2016. Interactive news and odds on our top story at 6 a.m. is the search for Egypt Air Flight 804 continues amid conflicting reports as to the final moments of the aircraft's flight. Beijing, China warned President Obama on Tuesday not to spark a fire in Asia after he had asked the lifting of a long-standing embargo on lethal Arab sails to Vietnam. The Transportation Security Administration decided security operations was removed from those post-Monday, law enforcement sources told Fox News. Thousands of stranded migrants are being evacuated from the makeshift enemy camp on Greece's northern border with Macedonia. Protesting counties on Baltimore Monday to follow the verdict of the Friday grade trial. Johannesburg, human summons NBC Paul Michelle said he is waiting a report from the city to Shwani regarding violent protests which are now in the second day of Hammersmith north of Pretoria. In world news, President Obama has arrived in Ho Chi Minh City. A series of coordinated explosions struck at the two Syrian government strongholds on Monday in the coastal cities of Tartus and Jabla, killing only 78 people according to state media. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi concludes a two-day visit to Iran by signing a raft of agreements Monday and included two key deals that will likely enable him to circumvent contentious neighboring regional rival Pakistan further establishing. Yangon, Myanmar. Witnesses said a landslide in northern Myanmar's Jade Mining region has killed at least 12 people and injured about 50 others. Veterans Affairs Secretary Bob McDonald downplayed Monday the time it takes for the veterans to receive medical treatment by American Express or waiting for health care to Disneyland guests waiting for a ride. 5 people died after a skydiving tour with plane crash and caught fire in Hawaii, where the 2 crashes were reported Monday after the island does 5 were dead. A Milwaukee woman faces felony charges after afforded to say she rammed her vehicle in a squad car that drove her into the escape a traffic stop. Facebook has submitted a response to U.S. Senator John Thun's response to a congressional inquiry over the allegation that the social network company may be exhibiting political bias with its trending topics. In Lake Mead, Nevada, the water in the largest U.S. reservoir has sunk to a record low due to the severe drought in the southwest. In Boston, the Massachusetts Senate is set to begin the debate on a $39.5 billion state budget that will increase spending on local schools and public higher education. As debate started on Tuesday at a proposed spending plan for the fiscal year starting July 1st, and it relies on no new taxes and fees that are above the line of the budget plans approved by the House and proposed by Republican Governor Charlie Baker. The plan represents a 2.9% increase in spending over the current fiscal year. In business news, crude oil edges lower in 58 falls. World shares looked at more 8 falls 10 seasons. Dollar edges higher amid talks of Fed rate hike. Singapore has ordered BSI operations in the city. States closed as Switzerland started a criminal proceedings against the private bank and the biggest international crackdown of financial entities dealing with a troubled Malaysia state fund. Alright, take a look at stocks. They had that 8.01 points at 17.92.93, SP 500 at 4.20 points at 2040.04, and NASDAQ 4,765.78. A fossil from a newly discovered animal that didn't look like it was supposed to have given us scientists a window from mail which appeared just after the worst mass extinction ever in the planet has ever known. Something strange has happened in the oceans as coral reefs, river, and fisheries collapse. Octopuses are multiplying like mad. As soon as they perceive weakness, they are amassing an army and invade the land too. The visitation of our solar system is suggested that scientists guess the size of many asteroids are inaccurate. Thanks to American Tortoise Rescue on May 23rd have been known as World Turtle Day since 2000. The nonprofit encourages people to celebrate the reptiles and raise awareness of their disappearing habitats around the world. According to the new study on 5% of the terminally ill cancer patients later said the prognosis. Good adults, diagnosed for the first time with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder have a condition distinct from what is diagnosed in children. Peter Childers at 6:04 on this Tuesday morning. It's time off a spot report. Today, the Boston Red Sox tonight will be squared off against the Colorado Rockies. Game time, 7:10 p.m. at Fenway Park. Last night, the Lancers baseball team made the playoffs with a 4-3 bottom in the ninth victory over the Westwood Wolverines. Toronto Raptors coach Dwayne Casey believes that the team in a better marble even when nothing's happening and never could bear as the Toronto Raptors tied the Eastern Conference Finals at 2 games apiece with a stunning 105-99 victory over the Cleveland Cavaliers. Draymond Green will play in Game 4 of the Western Conference Finals on Tuesday night at Chesapeake Arena. It took all day to reach that recently, but NBA Executive Vice President of Basketball Operation Key gave Denver to eliminate every aspect. Peter Chell News Time, 6:05 on this Tuesday morning. It's time now for a Trevor Report on this Tuesday morning. Baby! Let's start you off down in Rhode Island. Where let's start out right on where it's looking good down with Zimbabwe's Ocean State and in the Cape. It's looking good on Twain from Bourne and Falmouth for Route 6 from Saguaro down to Orleans. It's looking good on both of the Sagamore and Bourne bridges. 95 at the North Bad Side, Little Soldier to 485 at Foxborough, Bedford stretch to the Dead Breaks again from Boston Street and North Line to Route 128 to Captain Westwood stretch. 21 at the North Bad Side, it so from 106 to West Bridgewater all the way to Route 128 to Captain. Route 3 at the North Bad Side, so from 33 to Hingham all the way to the Braintree split. Route 128 South Bad Side, sorry, the Braintree switch from 37 to the split. San Francisco Express at the North Bad Side, so on the Braintree split all the way to Dorchester, Mass Park at the East Bad Side. So stop and go from Route 9 in Framingham to past the Route 30 in Natick and past the State Police Barracks in Weston. 93 to the South Bad Side, so from 213 Bethune all the way to the Zakin Bridge. Route 3 to the South Bad Side, so from 495 Lowell all the way to Billwick and the Dead Breaks again before Route 128 to Burlington. 128 to the South Bad Side, so from Route 28 to Reddit all the way out to Route 93. In Reddit 128 to the South Bad Side, a little stop go around 4225 at Lexington. Route 128 to the North Bad Side, a little around 28 in Lexington. At and highways and byways of Worcester are looking good. Mass Pack on the West Bad Side, a little slow around the Russell stretch. 91 on the North Bad Side, a little slow around the Mass Pack. Up in Northern New England, Vermont, New Hampshire, main highways are looking good. Down in Connecticut, 95 on the North Bad Side, a little slow around 395 at Old Lyme, and 95 on the South Bad Side, a little slow at Stamford stretch. Down in New York City, Long Island Expressway, I know the West Bad Side, it did so from Hicksville all the way out to the Queens in Brooklyn. 278 in the East Bad Side, so from Staten Island all the way out to Brooklyn. 278 to the West Bad Side, it did so for the Brooklyn stretch, that's man. 495. 679 on the North Bad Side, also around JFK Airport all the way out to the Queens. Belt Parkway to the West Bad Side, so Hempstead all the way out to 678. Lincoln Tunnel on the East Bad Side, it did slow go. 95 on the North Bad Side, so from Fort Lee out to George Washington Bridge. 95 on the South Bad Side, so the Bronx all the way out to I-87. But otherwise, highways and byways, New York are looking good. Highways and byways in New Jersey are looking good. I-70 on the West Bad Side is slow after 476 in Allentown, Pennsylvania. And 376 on the West Bad Side, also after Pennsylvania, turn back headed towards Pittsburgh. 270 on the South Bad Side, also at Route 70 in Rockville. I-66 in the East Bad Side, a little slow from Manassas all the way to Chantilly. 95 on the North Bad Side, so from Frederick all the way up to Dumfries. 395 on the North Bad Side, so off the Capitol Beltway, Alexandria, Virginia, and Route 4 on the West Bad Side, so off the Capitol Beltway, headed towards Washington, D.C., and Route 50 on the East Bad Side, it did slow. Just ran the Baltimore-Washington Expressway, and the Baltimore-Washington Parkway on the South Bad Side, also just ran the BWI Airport. And I-75 on the North Bad Side, just as a little slow before I-70 in Dayton, Ohio, so expect a few delays, but highways and byways of Ohio and Michigan are looking good. Okay, let's take a look at some MBTA alerts at 6:09. MBTA subway system is looking good, right, Robert? And on the commuter rail, Lowell train 300 is part of Lowell to operate 25-30 minutes beyond scheduled with single issue to Anderson Woburn. An extra train is expected to depart from Anderson Woburn in 5-10 minutes to accommodate passengers. Lowell train 302 is 6:15 a.m. from Lowell, expected to depart Lowell 5 to 10 minutes beyond schedule due to the signal issue to Anderson and Woburn. And Lowell on experiencing delays due to signal issue between Anderson, Woburn, and Wilmington. Individual train alerts will be set. But other train lines are looking good, and on the ferries they are looking good. Peter Challenger's time, 6:10 on this to the board, and it's time now for a weather report and latest radar shows a line of rain charts stretching from Cape Bend, stretching it all the way down from northeastern Massachusetts, and we report down from Gloucester and stretching it down the Merrimack Valley and stretching it down Southern New Hampshire and curving it down from Ethel all the way down from Springfield. Seeing some spotty rain charts from Quincy stretching down to Medfield down for Woonsocket down for Cranston and Johnson and Rhode Island, and there's a line of rain showers from New London, stretching down for New York City, and down for upstate New York, from New York all the way up to Albany, and then up to Bennington, and up to central Vermont. And this is a heavy band of rain showers from Nashua, New Hampshire, stretching down Pepper, Mass, and curving around Ethel, Massachusetts, and down to Amherst, Massachusetts, and down around Springfield, Massachusetts, where we saw a couple of embedded thunderstorms in this cell. And this is another line of heavy band of rain showers from Brookfield, Connecticut, stretching down New Haven, Connecticut, down from Madison, Connecticut. And they're all headed towards the northwest. So this cell, Concord, you're next. And this cell, New Milford, Connecticut, you're next. And zoom you out. And the rain showers are stretching all the way down to the Jersey Shore and off the Delaware, Maryland coast, and around eastern portions of Virginia. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this. Today, showers and thunderstorms like before. 11 a.m. then check the showers. Patch about before 10 a.m. Cost guys about 64 degrees. At northwest, what about 3 to 6 miles an hour? Anticipation 70%. New perspective 3 to 4 to 7 hours possible thunderstorms. Tonight, slight change of showers before 10 p.m. Patch about after 2 a.m. Most gusts got about 52 degrees. Call with anticipation 20%. Wednesday, patch about for 8 a.m. Most of the sides got about 89 degrees. Oh my gosh! Light southwest wind becoming the west wind 5 to 9 miles on the border. Winds could gust as high as 20 miles an hour from Wednesday night. Park gusts go about 57 degrees. Southwest about 6 miles an hour becoming common in the evening. Thursday, south coming 87 degrees. And northwest about 5 to 7 miles an hour. Thursday, slight change of showers after 1 a.m. Park gusts go about 57 degrees. And temperature 20%. Friday, parts of the most gusts coming 83 about 59 degrees. Saturday, change of showers and thunderstorms after 5 p.m. Parts of the most gusts coming 89 about 62 degrees. And temperature 30%. Sunday, check the showers, parts of the most gusts got a little cooler. High about 73, about 50 degrees, and anticipation 30%. And from Memorial Day, most gusts got about 71 degrees. Currently, not near it's 55 degrees, and it's overcast, and a humidity of 87%. It's 13 above Celsius, and that's going to be for the Peter Chell Bonnet News on this May 24th, 2016 on Tuesday. Peers, you have a good bonnet and good presentation, and have a good day.